Hi, Mr. Helms. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm going to ask you a couple questions to see if you are suitable for our job here at Wiregrass Technical College, the teaching position that you applied for. I
Okay.
feel pretty confident about
Oh, yes,
being a team
definitely.
member here at Wiregrass Technical College.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Why do you want to become a teacher?
I feel like that as a teacher, you can contribute a lot of helpful information to the children or students at your school. Um, with every great teacher, correction, every great student, there is a great teacher that teaches them to that best of their ability. I want to be able to provide a stepping stone for each of my classes to show them how good of a teacher I can possibly be.
What is your teaching philosophy that you have?
I believe in making my teachings both educational and fun. Learned a long time ago that you have to make teachings fun or educational, or the students will, if it makes it boring, students will not want to listen to what you're saying. They want to be rather go to sleep than listen to a boring lecture. In my classes, I have seemed to realize that I tend not to make my teachings boring. I want to instill the students, get it makes it interactive. The way the students are interested in it, they want to continue learning more and can go on that way.
Why should we hire you for this teaching position?
I believe that I would be a great fit because of my willingness to do to the best of my ability. I feel like that with all aspects of life, I don't think that my job is complete until I make sure that each student is taught and has the best learning experiences they can possibly have. I don't want to see anybody fall behind. Everybody is treated the same, um, and I feel like my job would not be complete if I do not show the best I can get as far as teaching.
Why did you decide to become a teacher?
I've always wanted to teach others to show that um, we can make learning fun. Ever since I was in fourth grade, I actually had a teacher who really inspired me. Excuse me, to do the best I could, strive the best I could, and plus learn the most you can learn. Nothing wrong with learning a lot of information. I mean, it can help you in the future. I feel like with that teaching, also she never gave up on me. I feel like with those things, I can use it as far as when I'm in the classroom. Don't give up on any student. If you have students with problems with the learnings, you find out why they're having the problems with the learnings, and you go from there to try to instill, make sure they get everybody gets on the same page.
Okay. Here at Wiregrass, we have a lot of problems with teachers encouraging students and all to strive for the best when it comes to their learning. How would you encourage parents to be more involved in the child's education?
Well, what I would like to do is I would like to instill what they call an open classroom, similar to an open door policy at employment. If you have a student that is having any type of issue, whether it be behavioral, learning problem, disciplinary problem, uh, you try to find out first of all what that have an open door policy. Sorry, bring the child in, try to find out what's going on, speak with them, kind of go down to their level to find out what is going on. If it's something learning style, learning issue, uh, find out what you can do to maybe make learning easier for that person. If it's more of a behavioral type thing, of course, you may want to get in parents involved. It's like, hey, is there something going on that we can all work together to make sure that this child or these children make sure they have their best learning um, available? Kind of all work together as a team. I've always said there's no I in team. You always have your, I think to basically to best show each student's efforts at heart, you need to have the family, you need to have the teachers, and you need to have the student all being one big support system.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell Helms, I'm sorry and everything, saying your name. But how would you manage your classroom? We have a lot of students and everything that come to us and say, well, I would do more for a teacher, manage the classroom better. How would you manage our classroom here at Wiregrass Technical College?
Well, each student is learning styles and should say traditions are going to be different. You're going to want to, first of all, you're going to want to instill fun and education and informational stuff into learning. Teaching, interactive. I mean, for example, if we were teaching a certain subject on, let's say, science, you may want to put kind of do like a interactive classroom game show where you have information questions where you teach the students about, let's say, science related issues. Basically, you want to keep students just as entertained, I can say entertained, but as informed and possibly entertained and as interested as possible, because if you have a student that is bored, they're more or less likely to not want to listen to anything you say. That way it keeps them on their toes, it keeps you in good spirits because you're teaching them, and plus you get more and more interaction out of your classroom.
Do you feel confident in your way of teaching?
I feel confident in the way I'm teaching, because the way I would be teaching, because the fact is I would want to teach my students the way I would want to be taught. I would not want to sit in a classroom, especially an hour, 2 hours a day, around somebody that's all they want to do is read off of paperwork. Basically, I've had classes in the past that I've been associated with that have been like that. I'm bored half out of my mind. I want to be one of these ones where you put fun into education. I was one of the ones I did better in classes where they were more involvement, more informational, more like one day I remember one teacher I had before would do trivia. You'd have trivia questions. You get certain things if you did trivia questions. That made it interesting. It made where I'd want to go to class, as opposed to not really wanting to go to class because you don't want to sit there and listen to an hour-long lecture on paperwork.
What do you love about teaching?
I love the fact that you can instill your teaching onto children. You can both possibly learn together if it's something that when you read up on something that you didn't actually know yourself, you learn that as well as what the class knows. Basically, I would think teaching is you're basically telling a story about different things. You are using your creative style to impose different teachings on the class, on the teacher, on the students. Sorry.
Okay, anyone can offer our school, a teacher. We can offer a teacher and all to come in and teach a class, or we could have a teacher that, everybody loves. But the more power to it is the education that when the child learns. Mm-hmm. What can you offer our school?
I believe, like I said before, I believe that a great student has had to have a great teacher. I feel like that if the teacher fails in their job, it's going to roll over onto the student. To have a great, successful student, you must have had some great teachers, some good, successful teachers. My teaching style is I want to give them the most information, give each child a chance to get the best learning possible with me. Go above and beyond to make sure that teacher makes each student has an equal chance.
How important is education to you? Everyone looks at education in different ways and how important it is to them and what it means to them. So can you tell me why and how it is important to you?
All right, education is extremely important to me because I feel like without a great education, you're less likely to succeed in life. You need to have great education. I feel like great education is a building block for any successful life. If you don't have that great education, then 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to succeed. I feel like if you want to succeed, you should have a great education.
Okay, Mr. Helms, thank you for coming in today. We're going to review our qualifications that you have to offer, and we're going to have other people come in and interview you, and we'll get back to you if we think you're fit for our job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.